most definitely, um, hit the like button. Don't be scared. Hit the like button. And
It's
so,
free.
yeah, and yeah, most definitely, and it's free. So, like I said, we are live. Scared. Hit the like button. So,
It's free.
yeah, and yeah, most definitely, and it's free. So, like I said, I'm gonna do, we are live. Mute this and keep this on going. So, like I said, right now we are officially live on YouTube. We are behind. Um, man, I love this segment. I love this part, and it's called "Who You Got." So, Daryl, now we're gonna discuss, man, who you got this week. Man, the game last night, Cowboys and no, let me back up.
Hey
Them
man, that was a great game though. We gonna have to talk about it. That was a great game, man.
them boys. That's what I call them. I don't call them Dallas Cowboys. I call them boys because that's what they are. Man, them boys in Tampa Bay last night, man. As Daryl has already said, man, that was one heck of a game last night. Um, Daryl, who did you have in that game?
I ain't gonna lie, I had Tampa as far as who I thought was gonna win. I did not expect Dallas to put up that kind of a fight. I was really impressed, pleasantly impressed with how Dak Prescott played and how he carried himself in that game. He kept the team in the game, played exceptionally well, considering he coming off a major injury and everything from last season. And I was thoroughly impressed with Dak, but I ain't gonna lie, I was expecting Tampa Bay to win. And I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of rooting for Tampa to win because Jerry Jones gets on my last nerve. And I think an owner should be the last person you see, not the first person you see when it comes to a team. But that's how he want to operate. So it make it real easy to not like the way he do things. So, but I was impressed with Dak Prescott, his playing ability. The defense for the Cowboys, I ain't gonna lie, they played better than I thought. That rookie linebacker Parsons is looking good. The defense overall looked good. The offense, some things they can tighten up on. I mean, I thought they could be able to run the ball a little bit better, but I understand they were missing one of their starting offensive linemen. So I'm gonna say that maybe that's gonna be a key factor next week when he comes back to play. But it was a couple, early mistakes made, like, week one type things, dropping passes and stuff like that. But overall, I think it was a very well played game. I didn't see a lot of super like erratic plays or really bad execution as far as some of the plays outside of things that can be tightened up on as the season goes. But it was an impressive game overall for both teams.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Dallas too as well. Um, I was telling my cousin about Kansas City, and he was like, "Oh, well, they didn't figure it out, Patrick Mahomes and blah blah blah." I'm like, dude,
You can figure them out all day long. Can you stop it?
Patrick Mahomes didn't his offensive line was decimated. That was their
And
focus.
they still got to the Super Bowl.
That was their focus this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe Dallas gave people the blueprint last night on how to handle Tampa Bay. Ezekiel Elliott last night most definitely played a huge part. I mean, he laid a block on the.
Oh yeah, he did what he could. I mean, he couldn't get off running the ball. They was on him. They was on him as far as him carrying the ball. But I mean, his pass blocking has gotten better.
Yeah,
I got to give him credit for that. He put some work in on that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. You want a running back that know how to block. He can't just choke the tater and think that's all he got to do.
Yeah. So I was highly impressed with them boys last night. I told my cousin as well. I said Dallas might could win this game. They just might could win it. And
it's still Dallas. It's still Dallas.
You sound just like Stephen A. Smith.
They'll find a way to lose.
And you know what? That That is true. But I will say this: they tried last night, and that's
The effort
all.
was there. The effort on the players' part was there. I'm gonna say coaching would have lost the game for him though. Cause I'm sorry. I don't know in what world you give Tom Brady that much time at the end of a game. Especially if you can do something to help it. I'm sorry. If it's before they kick their field goal, I'm sorry. They had third down.
Yeah.
Now on third down, we in field goal range. All right. If we in field goal range on third down, and I know I don't need but a field goal to get the lead and everything, this is what I'm gonna have my players understand. Whatever this play is, it's gonna be a safe play. Whereas if it's a pass, it's gonna be a short pass where they're gonna get a receiver hoping an opportunity to get some more yards, or dump off to a running back, or either want to do a running play, whatever. Don't stop the clock. Don't stop the clock. Run that clock down. And when they get to fourth down, if we need to call a timeout, we'll call a timeout. But run that clock down as much as we can. Give Tom Brady as little opportunity to bite us in the butt in the fourth quarter as possible at the end of the game. And they left Tom Brady too much time. He took him down there, got a field goal, and won the game.
Yeah, like I said,
you can't. If you can help it, you can't get that man that kind of opportunity.
No, you can't.
He's already proven he can exploit it.
And one thing about it is that Tom Brady is going to do he's going to do Tom Brady things, but you also saw now it was some questionable calls at the end. You know, he was throwing that ball away, and a lot of people saying that was intentional ground, and a lot of stuff he was doing now. So
they didn't call it. It ain't intentional
and they didn't call it. But
they ain't called it. It ain't a penalty until you get caught.
But as you stated earlier, coaches have to be aware of little things like that. They should be like, hey,
that's the coach's job.
Yeah. He should have been like, hey, you know what? Let's look at this. Like, hey, let's go back and let's look at this. He should have pulled the ref aside and again, as you stated,
it's too late then. It's too late.
Yeah, as you stated.
If the coach talking to the ref, it's too late.
As you stated, Cowboys always find a way to lose. So
it was still impressive now. They played an impressive game. They played better than I thought they were going to play against Tampa Bay. So still got to give them credit for that. But the question is, what adjustments do you make for the next game? What things do you learn from this game?
Yeah.
And how do you go forward? Because it's 15 more games got to be played now. So shake this off and get ready for the next one.
Well, as of right now, Dallas could possibly get this bounce back. They got the Chargers next week. And, Atlanta comes flying into town to Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay got another home game. So we're going to see how that's going to roll. All right, man. Move right along, man.
All right.
D, who you got? We got the Jaguars and the Texans.
Oh, AFC South showdown. Jaguars got the rookie quarterback. Got the defense that's.
I like the way how he's analyzed.
I'm gonna say a little unproven, but everybody unproven so far this season because ain't nobody did nothing yet. Houston got Tyrod Taylor coming in starting because Deshaun Watson is in limbo right now. That's gonna be an interesting situation by itself right there. And I ain't gonna lie, this is a bit of a toss-up for me right here. I'm gonna say like this: if it come down to it, I don't trust Urban Meyer as an NFL coach yet, and he got a rookie quarterback. Houston got a new head coach, but a veteran quarterback that hopefully is gonna get his opportunity to really show what he can do in this league. Because I think he ain't never really had a significant opportunity yet. I'm gonna roll with Houston this week on this one. Just a simple fact, a rookie quarterback gonna make some mistakes, and he gonna probably see some things that ain't really there if they scheme him right on the defensive side. And Houston they should be able to come up with a defensive scheme that's gonna confuse this rookie quarterback and make him make some, unforced errors and stuff. So I'm gonna roll with Houston on this.
I think I'm gonna roll with the Texans too, mainly because they need a break. They've been in the news.
Man, needing a break don't mean you're gonna win a game because you need a break. That ain't got nothing to do with
break, man. They need a break.
No,
man.
They need like thinking somebody deserved to win. No, man. You win, you don't.
They need a win just to kind of like calm their nerves down a little bit. Like, man, like look around, like, man, we got this win. And so
that ain't gonna change. Win or lose, still got drama in Houston, bro.
I mean, I know the narrative is still gonna remain the same, but I'm just saying, anytime you can get a win, it just kind of make you feel a bit better.
A win make you feel good. You can stick your chest out for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna change that drama though.
Well,
ain't gonna change that drama. But I mean, yeah, you might get a free drink, after the game from some restaurant somewhere or something. But
you
might get a whole free meal. You win by enough points. But that ain't on. The problem in Houston is bigger than what's on the field.
Oh yes, most definitely.
And winning the game might make you feel good for a couple of days, but them problems ain't went nowhere yet. So
no,
they might get the feeling good for a minute, but the issue is the issue.
Yeah, I mean, you're never going to get away from what it is. We all know what it is and what's going on, man. So all right, so both of us are on the Texans.
We were Texans on that one, yeah.
The Lightning Bolts.
Mm-hmm.
The Lightning Bolts, otherwise known as the Chargers.
Los Angeles Chargers. Let's keep it correct around here.
Okay, Los Angeles Chargers. I'm sorry, my bad.
Kind of hard to keep that straight sometimes. We got to keep it straight for them.
That's the reason why I call them the Lightning Bolts. I call them Lightning Bolts. I ain't got to go through their full name. I just call them Lightning Bolts. And
we try to be respectful, though.
Yeah, we do.
We want to be respectful now. We want to be respectful.
Okay.
Right now.
All right. See, D keeping me. See, another D keeping me in line. D. Leonard keeps me in line. Daryl keeping me in line. See, I need that in my life. I already got it in my life. So anyway, Lightning Bolts playing Washington. Now, Washington just don't have a nickname. We just gonna call them Washington. That's all. That's who they are.
Washington.
Yeah.
They trying to do better. So I'm gonna give them a little bit of credit for that.
Yeah, most definitely.
You got Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Mm-hmm.
Old Father Time ain't caught up with him yet.
Nope.
I mean, Tom Brady's still out there. Fitzpatrick's still out there. I think Fitzpatrick gonna play for every team in the NFL before he done. But he with Washington right now, and I don't know if it's how much Fitzmagic he got left in that body, man. But you know what? We about to find out if he got a little taste in there. I ain't gonna lie, Washington's interesting. That defense is the key to them right now. Because if that defense can hold people down, I ain't gonna lie, Fitzpatrick gonna throw some interceptions, but he also gonna create some opportunities for some young players too, as far as the offense. He can get the ball to some people now. He can get the ball to the other team too sometimes. So if he can keep the turnovers down, he give him a shot. As far as on the other side, Herbert is a dynamic quarterback. The young boy can do some things. He can run, he can throw, and he got some good weapons around him and everything. But I don't know about their defense. They got some injured players coming back, and the only thing about injured players coming back is you got to wonder where they head at when they get back on the field. Their body might be ready, but their head might not be ready to get in there and play, loose and free like you need to be able to play.
Yeah, that's true.
So you want to see how that go. But if I got to pick a team, I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one. I ain't gonna lie. I really think young Herbert I think the young boy can do something, man. I see something special about that kid that, I'm thinking his magic got a little bit more than Fitzmagic got right now. And I'm just waiting to see if Fitzmagic got anything left in that body, man. He a little long in the tooth, and I don't know how much more he can do, but I'm gonna get a youngster the nod today.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with Washington.
Oh, do tell why.
I'm gonna go. I like, man, that their defense, man, is stout.
Yeah, that defense is real. That defense is real.
That defense is definitely stout. It's going to be a very entertaining game. I think it's going to be, as you just stated, it's going to be a chess match. Washington's defense against the Chargers' second-year quarterback. So I think that Washington showed some promise last year too, that they can actually do some things, and I think that Washington wants to improve. They want to be in the conversation. And so in order for them,
everybody want to be in the conversation, but the thing is, can you get yourself there? I mean, you brought in, the ageless wonder in Ryan Fitzpatrick, but you got rid of every quarterback you had last year. So I mean, my thing is, me personally, I try to keep Alex Smith. I kept him, but I understand why they let him go. That was business, but Fitzpatrick, you got to wonder what Fitzpatrick got left in the tank and how long he can last. It's a long season.
Yeah.
I just
like Washington's defense, man. I believe
I love the defense, but it's just one that I want to see them play a whole game though.
Yeah. All right, man. Move right along, man. We got the Hawks from Seattle. Versus the Horseshoes. The Colts. Should be a very, very, very good game. Very good.
I'm just gonna go right off the top. Number one, I'm gonna claim a little bit of bias towards Seattle. I'm gonna be a little bit biased towards Seattle because of the young man DK Metcalf. Being that his dad and me played football in high school together. Well, let me put it like that. We was on the same team together. His dad had played way more than I ever did. But I like the family and I like the young man, and I wanna see him do well. So I'm pulling for the Seahawks in that one. But as far as just really, really, really what I think about the game, I still think Seattle gonna win because who's gonna be starting quarterback for Indianapolis? Does anybody know yet? Is Carson Wentz gonna be ready to play? Can Carson Wentz make it through the whole game?
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, look that up right quick because Carson Wentz.
Let me see. Man.
I mean, I ain't gonna. I talk about that man a little bit sometimes because I just don't see him being as sturdy as he need to be an NFL quarterback because he can't seem to stay on the field.
I don't want to kill you.
Hold on. We got some stuff going on. Let's see here. Man, I like the Colts, man. I always did like the Colts. I like the Colts, man. You know what? I'm gonna tell you when I really like the Colts. You remember the AFC Championship game when Harbaugh was quarterbacking and how they went back and forth with Pittsburgh.
Harbaugh was playing?
Yeah.
Man, you know how long ago that was.
Man, that was a long time. I know.
Man, we trying to talk about this week.
And I like when Edgerrin James were playing. Edgerrin James.
Man, he's supposed to be playing, bro.
Yeah, he is. Hold on. Well, they got 5 things to watch. Let's see. Because
is Carson Wentz the starting quarterback this week? That's my question.
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's even more reason to be thinking that anybody's gonna lose this game.
No, they're saying Frank Reich announced today after practice that Carson Wentz will start Sunday.
Seattle gonna win.
Okay.
Seattle gonna win. Cause I just don't know if Wentz has done enough in the offseason with his offense to be ready to go right now. I think it's gonna be a little bit of issue on maybe communication and timing on the field and live game action that they ain't had a chance to really get none with. So I think it's gonna be a little bit of trial by fire, and we're gonna see what Wentz made of a little bit. But I got a feeling if Seattle is ready to come in and they rolling, gonna be hard to stop them, man.
Well, just like you stated earlier about being biased, I'm gonna be biased. I need the coach to do me a favor. I need the coach to do me a favor and beat Seattle.
Oh, you worry about the division.
So we could win.
Okay.
See, I'm thinking ahead.
That's another reason why I'm gonna cheer for the Seahawks now, because the Colts in my team division. I'm a Titans fan, just to be forthright.
Okay, there you go.
So Indianapolis lose now. I mean, it just further strengthens our grasp on the top of the division if we win. So.
If D. Lenard was
worried about division titles right now, it's week 1.
If D. Lenard was in here right now, she'll probably eat me up when I said that. But I'm always thinking ahead. You know, I mean.
Yeah, you thinking ahead, all right. But we talking about this week.
Yeah, but I want them to. I need Indianapolis to do me a favor. Just this one time. Just do me this one favor. Just do me this one favor. All right, man, move right along.
People in New Orleans need electricity too.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We gonna pray for them. We just gonna let Indianapolis just do what they do.
The next game, the Jets Jets versus the Black Panthers, otherwise known as Carolina.
This is gonna be an interesting game right here. First and foremost, I'm gonna say I'm thinking Carolina gonna pull this off because I think they're a more complete team than the Jets are. But at the same time, you ain't gonna tell me Sam Darnold don't want to light the Jets up for everything he can get. I ain't gonna lie, that man is probably gonna want to put up 500 yards and 6 touchdowns on the Jets for what he went through in New York when he was there. And if I'm Carolina, I want to give this man a chance to do everything he can. You got a healthy Christian McCaffrey. That alone should put nightmares on the defense right there. But if Sam Darnold can be anything the Jets thought he was going to be when they drafted him,
the next game,
and he wind up being that for Carolina, that'd be some sweet revenge right there.
Oh yeah,
that'd be some sweet revenge. So
yeah,
I'm gonna get a nod to Carolina just off the pettiness alone of just going out and beating the team that gave up on you.
Yeah. I'm with Carolina too, man. I think the name Christian McCaffrey alone
that should scare you.
Yeah. All right, man. Move right along. The Purple People Eaters, otherwise known as the Minnesota Vikings, travel to Cincinnati and play the Bengals.
Ooh, okay. That's interesting right there because you got Joe Burrow coming off an injury.
Now, let me stop you right there. Joe Burrow is actually my second favorite football player.
And why is that?
I just like his swag, man.
Okay, but his swag is coming up.
I love Joe Burrow's swag, especially when he was at LSU, man. He was like, man, look, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get the job done. And honestly, I just feel like from a quarterback standpoint, you gotta have that swag. Because if you don't, you just there.
Hey, look, I can appreciate swag. Swag don't mean nothing if you can't bag it up. And you can have all the swag in the world and lose a bunch of games. I mean, Johnny Manziel had swag too, didn't he? Where he at? All right, then. Anyway.
But also Johnny Manziel didn't win the national championship either now.
Okay.
He didn't win the national championship either.
Okay. So, but what that mean in the NFL? That don't mean nothing.
I mean, it don't. But I'm just saying, though. It gotta,
okay. Your swag don't mean nothing if you can't bag it up.
I just believe Joe Burrow's going to be the man he's gonna be he's gonna be the man, one of the men this year.
I hope you are correct. I really do. But at the same time, it's Cincinnati. They gonna have to put some weapons around that man. His best weapon, his former teammate Jamar Chase, ain't looking as good as he should right now. I hope they get that corrected because I like that young man. I want to see him do well. I like to see all the players do well, especially the ones that seem to really, really have that little hunger to want to be successful in the NFL. I like to see them do well. But at the same time, it's Cincinnati. Your quarterback is coming off an injury. Your offensive line, I ain't so sure about. Your running game is going to have to be strong and successful in order to protect Joe Burrow right now because you don't want him dropping back 50 times in a game coming off torn ACL. At the same time, Minnesota. I ain't going to lie. Kirk Cousins, and this is a personal issue I got with Kirk Cousins. It ain't got nothing to do with him playing.
Okay.
His whole stance on getting vaccinated and the stuff he's been saying and all that, it kind of irks me a little bit, maybe because I'm a healthcare professional. I'm pretty sure that the best way to us to get out of this pandemic is for people to get vaccinated, as many people as vaccinated as possible. And I can understand if you got religious issues that say don't take the vaccine, just that, and the other. But my thing is this, though. If you say you're going to do all you can for your team to be successful, but you are unwilling to get vaccinated, then here's the thing. You are more willing to make yourself unavailable for a week or two if you get exposed to COVID, then you are willing to take a vaccine that could reduce your chances of needing to miss that much time.
Yeah.
So on a personal note, I am going to pull for Cincinnati, but I do think Minnesota going to win this game because I just think they got too much firepower over there on the offense and defensive side of the ball. And Joe Burrow coming off an injury, being a young quarterback, if the running game don't get going for Cincinnati, they're going to be in trouble. So I'm going to go with Minnesota because I think they're a little more solid than a complete team. But, yeah, that's my little stance on that one.
Well,
I'm going to say Minnesota.
Well, I'm going to go.
Go with the swag. I know you want to. Go with it. I know you want to go with Burrow. You're going to let your heartstrings pull on your head. I know that's what you're going to do.
No, I'm going to go with the team that has experience in Minnesota. I think that Minnesota, even though I think that Joe Burrow is going to probably put up pretty good numbers, I just don't, as you stated, they really don't have the weapons yet. So I'm gonna go ahead on and go with Minnesota. I'm gonna go.
They got some weapons on offense now, but I just don't know if that offensive line is ready to protect Joe Burrow and produce in the running game as much as that I would hope they can be able to do this year. I don't know if that line ready yet, and their defense is I'm gonna say they're a little questionable, but that's just so far we ain't seen them play a full game yet.
So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right, man. Moving right along, man. I know this next game we're gonna talk about. I already know what it's gonna be like. You got the Cardinals and the Teen Titans.
You ain't gonna disrespect my team like that, bro. Talking about some Teen Titans. We grown men over here. That's grown men.
That's been that's the nickname. That's just the nickname. It ain't personal.
A little disrespectful though.
It ain't. Come on, man.
That's same. All right, but carry on.
Again, I'm gonna start off. Again, I want everybody in my division to lose. Everybody. So God dog it. I'm going with the Titans to win. Forget what you heard. I want the Cardinals to lose. God dog it. I want them to lose.
See that you taking it personal right now. So you making it personal. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a Titans fan. I'm gonna be a Titans fan and been a Titans fan. I'm gonna say this. I think the Titans can win this game but I understand what we're going up against. Now, Arizona got some weapons on offense, veteran weapons at that. The running game might be the question mark for Arizona, but that defense, you got to remember something. That's J.J. Watt over there now on that Arizona defensive line, added to what they already had.
No,
now
y'all about
it's week 1, so J.J. ain't hurt. J.J. revved up, ready to go. Probably a little motivated being on a new team and everything. Want to prove something to somebody. He plays well against us a lot of times, and it's going to be some disruption on that line, I think. But I think we can handle it. I think Big Henry going to get rolling, and that's going to be a problem for Arizona. You got Julio on one side, A.J. Brown on the other side, and if they want to put 8 in the box, they're going to create a nightmare out there for somebody. But I think the Titans going to win this game, but I think it's going to be a dogfight.
See, we play y'all later on this year. And y'all size and y'all size at wide receiver, man, scare me.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna scare a lot of folks.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It really does scare me to the extent of like, man, what are we gonna do? But I'm pretty sure by the time we get ready to face y'all, we'll probably figure it out. Hopefully, figure it out. So
let's stay focused on this week. You pipe dreaming. Stay on this week.
Hey, speaking of my squad, man, my five-time NFL champs, man, the world champs, San Francisco 49ers are playing.
When the last time they won the Super Bowl?
Motor City.
When the last time they won the Super Bowl?
Doesn't matter. We're 5 times, man. We in the book.
When was the last time they won the Super Bowl?
1994.
Okay. Long time ago. Some of these players probably weren't even born yet. Okay.
You see, that's even make it better. See, you ain't got so therefore, you just got you working with the right now instead of working in the past. But
you brought up the past.
But you still have those 5 championships, man.
Okay.
It can't be denied, you know what I'm saying?
No, you can't take them away. You can't take them away. But we talking about San Francisco.
Should have 7.
You talking about San Francisco
have 7. I'm just saying.
Man, look here. You going on with the should have. That's what you got. What you got.
We should have 7. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
You got what you got. But this week you got Detroit. I ain't gonna lie. You got Matt Stafford finna make his first start in a legit game for Detroit. It's still Detroit. I don't know if the quarterback change gonna make that much of a difference. It's still Detroit. I still think San Francisco can win this game, barring some major injury, like a quarterback or something. I think San Francisco gonna get this one. I think they got enough veteran leadership, and I think they got enough solid players on their defense to make a significant effort. And I think I don't think Detroit can handle San Francisco this week. So I'm gonna go with San Francisco.
We're gonna bully them. And what I mean by bully them, we're gonna run it down their throat constantly. Just go run it. That's what we're built to do. We're built to bully defenses and tire them out. That's what we built to do. That's what we're gonna do all season long. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't gotta throw for 200 yards or 250. He ain't got to throw more for 250. Just run the ball. You run it to the running backs. Give it to who's check. Let the wide receivers do it. Just run it. So that's my pick. Y'all already know what it is. All right, man. Moving right along. Crazy enough, the next team that we're going to talk about, if I wasn't a fan of San Francisco, I would probably be a fan of this team. And I'm talking about the Men of Steel. They're playing against Buffalo, which will be a very entertaining game. It kind of goes back to the other games that we talked about. Mostly all these games are going to be entertaining. But this one right here, This one right here is going to be really entertaining. I'm gonna let you go ahead on and let you elaborate on this game, but it should be very entertaining, and it's gonna be something you want to sit back.
It's gonna be a bruiser right here. This gonna be some physical bang bang football right here. I ain't gonna lie.
It's gonna be a slobber knocker.
Yeah, it's gonna be that now. It's gonna be it. It's gonna be it. It's gonna be some bumps and bruises. It's gonna be some ouches. It's gonna be some folks in the cold whirlpool after this game showing up. I'm gonna roll with Pittsburgh on this one because Roethlisberger ain't had a chance to get hurt yet. So that means he should be more than ready to come back after last season. They got the new young running back in Davenport, and I think that boy is built to run like they do in Pittsburgh. They got some good, tough, big wide receivers out there, and that defense, it's always something serious in Pittsburgh. The defense, they just paid TJ Watt his money. Oh, I think that young man is going to show them that they were wise to invest their money so sufficiently in his future, and prove to them why they paid him and why he deserved to get paid like he got paid. And I think Pittsburgh gonna handle business now. Don't get me wrong, Buffalo ain't no pushover team. I think this gonna be a close one. I think it's gonna come down to the fourth quarter. I think it might come down to the last 2 minutes and who got the ball last. But at the same time,
like last night, just like last night, right?
It might be like that. It could very well be like that.
Yeah.
But what's gonna happen though? I think Pittsburgh gonna pull it off, man. Mike Tomlin. It's hard to bet against Mike Tomlin, man. It's hard to say Mike Tomlin can't figure out a way to win when all things are even considered going into a game. So I'm gonna roll with Pittsburgh.
I really can't choose.
You got to choose somebody.
But I think, again, the same thing with Minnesota. I'm going to go with experience. So I'm going to go with the Men of Steel who have been there year in and year out. And so I got to go with the Men of Steel in this one. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a slobber knocker, as I said earlier. I think it's going to be one of those games where you're going to sit back and just want to watch and just really just, take your hat off, take your Tennessee Titans hat off, and I'm going to take my 49ers hat off, and I'm just going to sit back and just watch this game unfold. So it's going to be very entertaining. But at the end of the day, I think the Men of Steel are going to come out on top. All right, man. Move right along. Fly, Eagle, fly.
Uh-oh.
This game is for the birds. And the team they're playing against is Atlanta. Who you got?
Well,
now that before you start, we just went to a very entertaining game, into a game that we're gonna probably sit back and say, "Oh hell, I don't care who wins."
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Question is, who is Atlanta right now? What's their identity? Who? Cause I ain't gonna lie, it's like they betting the farm on Matt Ryan leading them to the promised land, and I'm like, dude, I just don't. I don't think he that dude, man. I really don't. He done had all this time and opportunity, man. I mean, he done had great teams around him, man, and he still ain't delivered. He ain't. I don't know, man. But here on the other side, you got Philadelphia. I like Jalen Hurts, man. I really do. I want to see that brother do well. I'm not sure if it depends on what kind of system they can put in place for that man. Because I think he'll do right. I think he'll do well in the right system. But as far as my head is concerned, I'm gonna say Frank Reich gonna pull it off, man. Not Frank Reich, Lord. Who the head coach for the Eagles now?
I think that is his. I think that is his name, Frank Wright. I think no, not Frank Wright.
Oh, he's in Indianapolis.
I can't remember his name. To give you some kind of like some insight, they got Atlanta winning this game by 3.
By 3.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna let my heart speak on this one, man. I'm gonna go with the Eagles, man. I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, man. I really think that young kid had to prove something, man. I think he probably a little more hungry to prove something than Matt Ryan is. And I think it's gonna come down to that because the Eagles are known for usually having pretty good defense. And Julio gone in Atlanta, man. Who are the Falcons without Julio? Can that passing game be as effective without Julio out there? I'm just not sure.
I don't know. I gotta.
But I'm ready to find out how good our passing game can be in Tennessee with Julio, though. So we appreciate you, Atlanta. Thank you.
I'm gonna go.
Go with your gut, man. Go with your gut.
My gut is actually telling me Atlanta. My gut is actually telling me Atlanta. Atlanta go better around and just do something.
I'm willing to bet a lunch on this one. That's the only thing gonna make this game interesting. I think if you put some skin on it.
Nah. I'm just
saying lunch, man. I ain't saying it ain't gotta be no expensive one either. Just lunch, man.
I don't know.
We do lunch. We do lunch at Huey's, man. Lunch at Huey's.
We'll talk about that off camera. Okay.
All right.
I got a very interesting story to share with you about the Eagles.
Oh Lord.
Past Eagles with Donovan McNabb and T.O.
Man, that man don't even play no more. He get paid to talk now.
I know. Trust me. Check this out, though. So I'm on YouTube, and the thing about it was the issue that was going on when T.O. and McNabb when they were like walking back and forth and stuff.
T.O. was in the Hall of Fame now.
McNabb really didn't like that dude.
A lot of people didn't and don't like that dude.
And the thing about it was that this is what T.O. said. It was a play. T.O. was wide open. And T.O. didn't make a big deal about it. He went to McNabb like a man and said, hey, you know what? I was open. And McNabb told him, man, if you don't get out my face. And T.O. was like, what? So T.O., he let it slide, through the rest of the game and everything. But later on, he talked to him again. He said, look, I was open, And so T.O. said when he got hurt during that season, he gave all the credit, McNabb gave all the credit to the other wide receivers and didn't give the credit to T.O. But T.O. scored, I forget how many. I think he said he had like 20 touchdowns that season.
I know he had a lot that season. He definitely got in the end zone that year.
And he was like, McNabb numbers went up because of him. And he was like, so you can't show me no love or anything like that.
But here's the thing. That creates drama, unnecessary drama in a team sport when somebody feel like they need more credit. I'm sorry. That's purely selfish right there.
But,
even if it's true.
Yeah.
The thing is that what difference do it make? Y'all got to the Super Bowl and lost. You still got in the Hall of Fame. Life done went on. Y'all didn't accomplish the goal.
Yeah.
So who cares? Who cares? Your feelings got hurt. Okay, your feelings got hurt. You human, you entitled to that sometime. But guess what? Y'all didn't get the job done at the end of the day.
It's sad because that team honestly could have stopped an error. Think about it.
It could have. That would have been the end of
I mean, look,
dynasty. I mean, they'd have still had championships, but
look.
Yeah, they had a shot.
I mean, because just think if the Giants, if the Eagles won that Super Bowl, that means Brady would have lost to the Giants twice and the Eagles twice.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But Brady still would have had 6 Super Bowl rings. So
honestly, that's another conversation for another time with Brady.
I'm just saying
because
the man himself got more Super Bowl rings than any one franchise in history.
Because as much as I don't like, and I just stated, as much as I don't like Seattle, you know, and I know Seattle should have won that Super Bowl.
Everybody know that. Everybody know that.
Okay.
Everybody know they should have handed that ball to Marshawn Lynch, but let's focus on this week though.
Yeah. Okay, all right, man. Move right along, man. Look, it's gonna be another interesting game. The Land, otherwise known as the Cleveland Browns, versus KC.
I gotta go with KC all day on this record. I can't go against KC. I don't even see how you bet against KC, especially in the first week.
Right. And I'm not betting against KC either. That's why I'm picking them.
That's enough said. That man named Patrick Mahomes still got them receivers out there. I don't care if they are revamping his offensive line. He don't need but that long to throw the ball.
Man.
And that Kansas City defense, I got a feeling they're going to be pretty good too. Not just because they my fantasy team defense, but because they still got playmakers over there. So
and see, that's the same thing. Like I said, once again, like I was telling my cousin, like if you give Patrick Mahomes just a little bit of more time, he's going to make things happen. So that was easy peasy. We're not going to even elaborate on that game.
I need to talk about it anymore.
Another very intriguing game, man. Green Bay versus the Noya, known as the Saints. It's going to be that's another one of those games that you're going to sit back and you're going to be like, woo, that's a playoff game early. You know,
I don't know. I don't agree. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't agree.
You don't agree with that? You don't think that's a playoff game? That's an early playoff game?
No. Number one reason why is Drew Brees retired.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Jameis Winston is a starting quarterback in New Orleans.
Yeah.
We all know the last time Jameis Winston started, that man threw 30 interceptions in one season. Now I hear he didn't got his eyes picked.
But he ain't improved though. He actually improved last season though. A little bit.
He was a bag up last season.
Yeah, he was a bag up. Yeah. I mean, the times he had to come in, but the time
he was a bag up. He was a bag up. He wasn't a starter.
Okay.
He was bagging up a Hall of Famer. And even then, they still bring the other boy in from time to time.
Yeah, will.
So Jameis getting a little more time and a little more opportunity and a lot more responsibility. We're gonna find out if he done improve significantly or if he just looked good in some spots. We gotta see how consistently he can play well, if he can play well consistently.
Okay,
since those are question marks, and Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna roll with Green Bay this week.
That bad man.
Yeah, he is that. He is that. And, he got a little something. I think he got a little chip on his shoulder this season too to prove to some folks some things in his own organization. So I got a feeling he's going to light it up this year.
Now you think Aaron Rodgers got that swag? You think he got that swag? I know. The way how he looked at me, people, that was a look of, you remember back in the day, like when you cursed and you weren't supposed to curse and your mama looked at you like that. That's the look Daryl gave me. Okay. All right. I just want to get that straight for the listeners because I'm recording this. It's more than we watching I just had to do that for the listeners too. Okay.
I'm just gonna say what's understood don't have to be explained.
Okay.
We're gonna move on.
All right. Well, I'm on the Bay. I'm on Green Bay too. So we're gonna move right along from that too. Man, the next game, man, we got Mile High, otherwise known as the Denver Broncos versus the G man.
So I think we got a healthy Saquon Barkley
Yeah.
and a healthy Daniel Jones
Yeah.
going against Denver. I ain't gonna lie. Saquon hard to bet against, man, and if he ready to go, I don't see much that Denver can do, man, because they got some question marks on the defense because Von Miller coming off a significant injury last year, too. And don't get me wrong, I love me some Von Miller, but man, that's a tough one to bounce back from that Achilles injury, man. That ain't no joke right there. That's gonna take a little something off that quick step, man. That's gonna take a little something off that spring in your step a little bit there. Now, Kobe wasn't the same after he tore his Achilles either. Now,
no,
we gonna have to see. But
KD would though. KD
a different animal than Kobe, but we gonna stay on football though. We gonna stay on football. That's a whole other discussion we can have right there.
Yeah.
But what we gonna say is this him. I'm gonna go with the Giants on this one. Because I still feel like Denver got some shakiness in the offense that I think is going to be exploited a little bit. And I think the Giants, I think they can pull it off this week.
Well, I'm on NFL.com, and they got these two teams tied 21-21.
Well, we know that can't happen unless they go to overtime and run out the clock.
I don't know. It was some ties last year, though.
Yeah, if you go to overtime and run out the clock, yeah.
I'm gonna go with the G-Men. I'm gonna go with the G-Men only because of what you have stated already. Saquon Barkley being back.
Mm-hmm.
He's most definitely a difference maker. And I believe the Giants are going to probably be pretty good.
In the NFC East, they probably will. That was, I ain't gonna lie, that was a terrible division last year, and it don't take a lot to win it. Hopefully, that's gonna be better this year, but I ain't gonna get my hopes up too high on that.
I think what's going to happen is that the odds might be in the Giants' favor. And it doesn't make any sense, but it does. Because they got up here, never forget, New York Giants remember 9/11.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
And that may not, but this.
That's 20 years ago.
Always something though. It's always something. So
you think marketing gonna get involved and help New York win this game?
I'm not saying that.
That's I mean,
I'm not saying that.
The powers that be might want all the New York teams to win if they at home, just to give the fans a little something to be happy about. Now, that's some conspiracy theory stuff you throwing out there right now, boy. We trying to stay focused on sports.
I know.
That's a separate discussion right there. We talk about that later.
All right. All right. The next game, man, which is another very entertaining game too, as well. Miami going to NE, and I'm not talking about New Edition. They're going to New England.
Ooh, yeah, that's two former Alabama quarterbacks going at it in the NFL. That's interesting right there.
Yeah, you know how
right now. I don't think it's gonna come down to quarterback play. I think it's gonna come down to defensive coordinators confusing the quarterbacks. And I think Belichick is still Belichick, and I think New England's gonna run that ball. And if Miami can't stop the run, gonna be some problems. But if I had to pick somebody, which is what we're doing right now, I'm gonna roll with Miami because I think Flores is gonna figure the thing out to get Mac Jones to make some mistakes, and I think he's gonna be able to exploit that boy a little bit and it's going to be a chess match between the head coaches, I think, more than anything. I think it's going to be a chess match between them head coaches. I really think that's what it's going to come down to. And I'm going to go with Miami.
Myron Tribble and I have known one another ever since the second grade. And ever since I've known Myron has been a diehard Miami Dolphins fan. For once, I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins. I said it here on. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
All right.
And I'm going to keep it pushing. The Sunday night primetime game, man, we have the Chi, otherwise known as the Chicago Bears, are playing against the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay. Nah. Andy Dalton is starting for the Bears for now. I got a feeling that's not going to be a long-term situation. Matthew Stafford with the Rams. That's going to be interesting. I think the Rams got the better defense. I think Andy Dalton going to throw some interceptions. I think the Rams going to get this one. I don't think Andy Dalton can do it. Like, I don't think Andy Dalton can get it done. I'm just going to tell the truth on that. I think he's just holding the spot long enough for the rookie to come in and get his spot, which I think might be 2-3 games before the rookie come in and take it for good. But if Andy Dalton want to keep that job, he got to win this game right here. But I don't think he can do it. I'm going with the Rams.
I don't want to go with the Rams. But you made a very valid point. And I got to go with them only because of thenot to say that Chicago does not have a defense.
Yeah, I wanted to point that out too. I ain't saying Chicago ain't got a defense now. They got a defense over there, legit defense, but they also got Andy Dalton.
And see,
Andy Dalton is on your team. You working at a deficit.
And see, that's the thing. Quarterback play is going to be most definitely important.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go with the Rams because the Rams are in my division. But I'm going to have to go. I'm just going to have to just suck it up.
Mm-hmm.
Call a spade a spade. Man, we are about to run out of time as far as the actual recording. So what we're going to do is that I'm going to go over a lot of these games are going to be early. Like I said, like I just stated, it's going to be the Sunday night game. We got a whole lot of stuff going on. Matter of fact,
we can do rapid fire if we need to.
No, that's not what needs to happen. I'm just gonna add another episode right here. So I'm actually letting everything. I don't know why I didn't connect my phone to the Wi-Fi here. What am I thinking about? Make this thing go a lot faster. Now it's uploading, so it's doing what it needs to do. I think Clarkston High is playing tonight.
Okay. Who do you got?
I want to say Greenville. And I think the last time we talked, I told you that Clarkston High is playing South Panola.
Okay.
So, I'm not going for homecoming. It's not going. I'll go in 22. Right now, I'm not going to go this year. I actually rolled past when I went there last week. So they have their own field now.
Who, Clarksdale High?
Yeah.
Like in a new location or what?
No, they built the football field is on the school grounds now.
Oh, so it's over there by the school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead on and step and upgrade things.
Yeah. Yeah, they did that. All right. So we're both on the Rams. Monday night, we have B Moore, otherwise known as Baltimore Ravens. They're playing against the Silver and Black, otherwise known as the Las Vegas. Let me say that again. The Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I was all set to pick Baltimore. But the injury bug done hit him already. Lamar Jackson is a bad man, but he don't play on both sides of the ball.
Nope.
Nah, you missing one of the premier cornerbacks in the league in Marcus Peters. And, you just don't replace a dude like that too easily. Now, I ain't going to say they can't do it. I ain't going to say they can't scheme around it and make it work because it's still Baltimore. They still going to be ready on defense no matter what. And Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. He hard to stop. I'm still going to go with Baltimore, though, because the Raiders and Coach Gruden and all them, I'm not so solid on them just yet.
Okay.
I really ain't so solid on them just yet as an organization and as a team right now. Baltimore in the hand, Harbaugh's a good coach, man. He a great coach. Lamar Jackson is an exceptional talent that just one of those you ain't gonna see that everyday type of people, man. I mean, you just can't bet against that man if he healthy.
Right.
So I got to roll Baltimore, man. I think they're gonna find a way to get it done.
I think so too. I saw that stadium, man, when I was in Vegas, and oh my god,
love it. I saw when they were building it last time I was there. I definitely want to get inside that bad boy one day and take a look around, get a tour or something. That thing looked awesome while it was being built. I can just imagine what it's like now.
Woo! Woo! I'm gonna have to send you the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to send you the pictures. That thing is something serious.
Yeah, man.
Oh my!
I mean, I love the new stadiums going up because, man, they are works of art. They are just something special to see. I mean, I still want to go through Cowboys Stadium, but they didn't got the new stadium since that one's been built that make that thing look like a po house almost in comparison. I mean, these things look like something out of a movie, man, like something out of the Star Trek or something.
Yeah. I
mean, it's awesome. I love it because they almost got everything they need on site, including medical facilities. And I mean, I had a patient of mine. I work as a physical therapist, full disclosure. But I had a patient of mine that took a tour of the Cowboys Stadium after it was first built.
He's being so cool right now. That's not a shameless plug, y'all. He's one of the best. He's trying to philander it. He's one of the best. So I'm gonna give him props. Okay, now you can carry on. I've given you what you need. So
okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, go ahead on.
A little too much gas on that one. All right.
No. It's the truth. If the truth hurts, then ouch.
Well, I appreciate it. But they told me they medical facilities inside Cowboy Stadium is almost to the same level as a hospital. MRIs, CT machines, all that on site. I mean, you ain't got to leave the stadium to get an MRI, man. I mean, that is just fascinating to me. Man, because you can get your information on your players that much faster to the people that need it. And that's an awesome thing to me. I'm sorry. That just gives me just goosebumps thinking about how you can get the information you need on a player as soon as possible without having to wait.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy good. And that's some good stuff right there.
Oh yeah.
That's good stuff, man. Look, we're gonna move right along, man. Look, we're done.
Oh, yeah.
We're done with the NFL, man. We're gonna go, man, a little college football, man. College football is tomorrow. Man, number 12, Oregon travel to play the Buckeyes. Toledo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Toledo travels to South Bend to play number 8 Notre Dame. The Aggies, number 5 Aggies, play Buffalo, Colorado. UAB played them Dirty Dogs in Georgia. Georgia's number 2. Murray State got a meeting with the number 7 Cincinnati Bearcats. Mercer plays number 1 Alabama. The Battle of Iowa, number 10, the Hawkeyes battle number 9, the Cyclones.
Okay.
So that should be a very interesting game. South Carolina State will try to survive against an angry number 6 Clemson Tigers. And West Carolina will try to do the same against number 4 Oklahoma. So they all just gonna try to survive.
They trying to tune up now.
Yeah. They just gonna try to survive. And in sports news, man, Le'Veon Bell signed with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I think he on the practice squad though for now, which I didn't think you could be on the practice squad after you've been in the league that long. But maybe they got some new rules going on about practice squad. But I mean, they need him though, because like I said, they had some injuries already. So is Le'Veon Bell still Le'Veon Bell though? We about to find out, I guess.
Yeah,
give it a couple weeks to see if we gonna find out just how much Le'Veon Bell got left in the tank. Because since he left Pittsburgh, he ain't been the same. And I think he realized that he might have made a mistake getting up out of there.
In other NFL related news, the Cowboys starting right tackle La'el Collins suspended for 5 games.
For what?
He's been suspended for 5 games for violating the NFL substance policy. The league announced today. Collins, hold on. Collins' exact infraction is not clear, but multiple sources said that he did not fail any tests. Nowhere in the policy is 5 games listed as a potential penalty either. So lawyers for Collins continue to appeal on his behalf, arguing that his violation of the policy allows for a fine, not a suspension. So we're going to see how that is going to play out.
I thought the suspension was for multiple failed tests or something like that. Has he ever failed or been in the substance abuse policy program before?
I don't know
about that. Okay.
I know.
Okay. I don't think they suspend you on the first time, maybe for performance enhancers, but for just substance abuse, I don't think they suspend you for the first time, but I'm not sure about that.
And in other news, none football related, guess who's coming home to Memphis?
Who that?
Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol is coming back to the Grizzlies.
Is he really?
The Lakers traded Marc Gasol, a 2024 second round pick, and cash to the Grizzlies on today. So the Grizzlies plan to work on a waiver to release to allow Gasol to remain in Spain with his family. Now, they said the Lakers.
I can respect that.
Yeah. So they plan to waive him. They plan to get him, and then they plan to waive him.
They just freeing him up so he can stay in Spain and be with his folks and everything. You know, Memphis. Mark did Memphis proud. He did us good during his glory days and our grit and grind years and everything. Him, Zach Randolph, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, they deserve to go out with all the class and dignity anybody can deserve. I don't know if this is the end of his career, but if it is, good luck to him in the future. Appreciate everything he did here in Memphis when he came and played. And hopefully things work out good for him.
Yep. As of right now, at halftime. East Carolina is leading Kansas. Well, let me back up. Number 17, Coast Carolina, my bad, is leading Kansas 28-15. I'm just checking out some stuff on ESPN right now. Just giving you kind of like some stuff. Let me go one more other place, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. So we'll go to well, D, I got to ask you a question about this.
What we got?
Cam Newton.
Oh, goodness.
He has addressed getting cut from the New England Patriots in the discussion with his father Cecil. It says as things tend to be with Newton, the message was a little bit all over the place and came across as highly entertaining. But in the end, it made sense if you listen closely and beyond the wildest poor quotes. Said Cam sounded disappointed that he lost his starting job to a rookie. That rookie is Mac Jones, and was cut. Who wouldn't be? He wasn't, however, angry, bitter. His attitude was upbeat. He laughed and smiled and joked that it wasn't a retirement video, even though the backdrop of his alma mater, Westlake High School in Atlanta, made it look like that. Mm-hmm. Cam said Mac Jones didn't beat me out.
Yeah, he did.
He said, but I would have been a distraction knowing if they would have given him the starting role. They knew the perception would have been had if success didn't come. So I'm going to ask you about this, and I'm reading this off the top. What did you think about Cam? Did you think, and before you answer, before you get started, let me just give you a little history about New England. Well, let me just say this. When you become a distraction to the New England Patriots, the New England Patriots is an organization. Mm-hmm. They're not an NFL franchise. They are most definitely.
They a franchise, but they also a tight run ship.
So,
and if you think you're gonna be more important than the ship, you ain't gonna be on it no more.
A la Randy Moss.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, another thing about New England and Bill Belichick. They rather get rid of you 2 years too soon than 2 years too late. Tom Brady. Now, getting to Cam Newton. Not only did Mac Jones take his job straight up, Cam Newton allowed it to happen.
He did.
On his own accord.
He did.
What do I mean by that? Did Cam not play well in the preseason? Yes, he did. Did Mac Jones play well in the preseason? Yes, he did. Did Mac Jones miss any practices for any strange reasons? Uncalled for? Not a one. Cam Newton, in the last week leading into the last preseason game, had to miss 3 practices because of a COVID situation. He didn't test positive, but he wasn't vaccinated. There was a misunderstanding with some testing that didn't happen. He had to be quarantined from the team for 5 days. Missed 3 practices. Mac Jones didn't. If you ain't available to play in the NFL, you're a liability. When the last time you seen New England and Bill Belichick hold on to a liability? Not never ever. Now, the other reason why Cam got cut, Cam Newton's a starting quarterback. Been a starting quarterback since day one in the NFL.
Yep.
He ain't built to be a bag up.
Nope.
If you're going to start Mac Jones, can't have Cam Newton nowhere around him. If you're going to roll with Mac Jones, you got to let Cam Newton go.
Yep.
Here's the next problem.
Okay.
Is Cam Newton going to get another shot in the NFL to be a starting quarterback? Because I just said he ain't built to be a bag up. What team right now needs a starting quarterback in the NFL? Nobody right now. Here's the next problem.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Who needs a starting quarterback?
I could see him being kind of a fit.
For who?
Believe it or not, you're probably going to say something strange.
I might, but go ahead and say who you think.
I could see him being a fit, kind of filling in the role for the Texans.
No. No. They already got a Deshaun Watson problem in Houston. They don't want a Cam Newton. They don't want Cam Newton type distractions on top of it.
It
ain't gonna be Houston, man, because you got a new head coach. You got a Deshaun Watson issue, and you got Tyrod Taylor. And here's the other thing. Cam got cut at the end of the preseason. He did all his training camp activities with New England. He learned that system. He got to learn a whole new playbook, a whole new system real quick if he get picked up. Now, let me tell you where I think he could go in spite of the situation that's going on right now. He need to go somewhere where he's familiar with the coach, familiar with the system, familiar with how they run things. That's Ron Rivera in Washington. That's the only place I can see Cam going where he could potentially have some success. And the only reason I'm saying that, Ryan Fitzpatrick ain't your dude. I'm telling you right now, he a great bag up.
He missed the song. I
heard it.
United and it feels so good.
But that'll be the only place I think Cam can go as of right now. As of right now, if Ron Rivera was to reach out and say, Cam, I'll give you a spot, but I can't bring you in right now. Fitzpatrick either got to get hurt or he got to play bad. Then I can bring you in for a workout and we can see what's up. That's the only thing I can see Cam going this season.
I didn't think about that. And that's a very good point. That's the reason why that's another reason why I sung the song too. But yeah, that's a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Cam, outside of everything, I think Cam was a distraction to how he dresses too.
I ain't gonna make that's personal issue right there. I mean, yeah, he dressed like a clown.
But
that's not him though. That's it. I mean, Russell Westbrook got some questionable fashion choices too, but they ain't got nothing to do with playing ball. Though.
Yeah, but we just sit up here and just said though. Okay.
Cam a different kind of dude.
I would say so. Like I said, New England is more so of like a corporation. They're more so. They ain't so
open to Cam's personality. I would say.
Right. So their image means everything.
Mm-hmm.
The next
Cam don't fit it. Cam don't fit it. That might be another reason why it was why they cut him. Because it was like, you know what?
That's what I'm
this
saying.
Kid right here, first round draft choice. Bill Belichick drafted this kid. That's another. He everything we want our quarterback to be. And Cam is too much of. It's just too much.
I'm going to tell you another organization that is just like New England, but don't get the plug that they should. San Antonio Spurs.
Oh,
back in the day, San Antonio.
Popovich don't play. Popovich don't play. It's about the team.
Right.
Ain't no superstars. It's about the team.
Right. San Antonio is another one of those franchises that don't play that mess. They don't play that. They like, look.
Ask Kawhi Leonard.
Exactly. Well, yeah. Man, moving away.
You ain't bigger than the team in San Antonio.
Yeah. Moving away from that. For those of you that don't know, I have 3 teams in baseball. And right now, the Braves are beating the Marlins 5-2. Man, Atlanta is first in their division, man. They are 74-65. Go Braves. I also have that team from Chicago, otherwise known as the Cubs. They lost 6-1 to San Francisco. The Cubs are 65-77, and they are fourth in their division. Yikes. And last and definitely not least, the other team that I have in baseball, trying to find their, I guess they don't play until later on, the Oakland A's. So baseball is the only sport that I have 3 teams in. Go figure that. Or do they even play today? Let's look. Thought I saw there. You don't watch baseball, do you, Daryl?
I ain't too much into it like I used to be. Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
The players move around a little too much for me, man. I'll be like, man, look here. I mean, players move around everywhere nowadays, but man, baseball moving around so much. I was like, you know what? I used to be a big time Braves fan, but that was a long time ago.
The Braves actually, the Oakland A's actually do play tonight. They play the Texas Rangers. So yeah. So those are the 3 teams in baseball. I think that is basically it that we have for tonight, man. Man, good show as always, man. D. Before we get out of here, man, let's give props to the SWAC. Then Jackson State, Tennessee State game tomorrow. Here,
I went to Alcorn State University, and proud Alcornite, proud Brave. Ran track there and everything. And I want to say, you know what, we're gonna root for the SWAC this weekend, as we do when we ain't playing each other. We for each other.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting to see. I ain't gonna lie, I would love to see Jackson State win some more games. So when they come play Alcorn and take that L, it'll be that much more of a sweet thing for us. But I like to see success in the SWAC, man. I like to see that, man. It make me feel good and everything. And we gonna see how it go, man. It's here in Memphis, and we want it to be a good experience. We want both teams to.
Deion versus Eddie George, man.
Man, no, it ain't about that, man.
I know it.
That's all marketing, man. That's marketing. We about to find out what the real is on the field, though. That's all that is. They can talk about Deion and Eddie all week long, but come Saturday night, about them players and what they can get done on that field. And I really do hope it's a good game. I hope it's a competitive game. I really would love to see the bands perform, but I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah, me.
But, I'm looking forward to that too. I'm sure I'm gonna see some videos of the band performing and everything. I'm looking forward to that. But what I really want to see is a good competitive game, no major injuries, and good community support for these two institutions. I want to see that so we can keep this going and keep supporting the HBCUs and showing America and everybody else that you know what we can get it too. You know what I'm saying? We can get out here. We got great players and great coaches and everything. We can get it too. And I hope this brings a little more attention to the HBCUs as a whole, so that they can really showcase their talents and their abilities, man.
Yeah. I'm all for that, and I'm glad that this is happening most definitely on this stage, and that people will most definitely be able to see what's exactly going on. You know, this is going to be something special. I seriously think that new life has been it's going to be a resurgence of what's actually going on, and hopefully that just because there are bigger schools playing on Saturday, there's also gyms there in these games, in these SWAC games. So
HBCUs overall, it's some gym. I mean, we got some Hall of Famers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame coming out of HBCUs. So don't sleep on us. We might not put as many in the league at one time, but when we put them in the league, they shine.
They make an impact.
They shine.
Impact is most definitely made. So you know, I just it's just good to see a level playing field. I think I'm ready for the level playing field for everybody to be able to not look at where you come from, is who you are
and what you can accomplish.
And what you can accomplish. So I'm very excited about that.
On the side note, hold up. On the side note, I want to say this here. I want to welcome Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman to the SWAC. It's official now. Y'all here. I'm glad y'all here. Appreciate y'all being here and everything. But understand something. Don't nobody just walk up in the SWAC and take it easy now. You find out. Deion found out in the spring. You don't just walk in the SWAC and take over, baby. You got to earn them stripes. So y'all welcome. And my thing is, I hope y'all come in and y'all ready to earn these stripes. Cause y'all sure gonna have to take them.
Well, it's gonna be fun.
It should be.
It's gonna be fun, and I most definitely will keep an eye on what's going to transpire. And I really hope that this game is just the beginning of something very special that's going to be going on in many years to come. So, man, most definitely look out for that. D, man, I'm gonna definitely thank you, man, for being a part of this inaugural podcast. We did one before, but this is the inaugural one because, you know, this one is officially bringing in the football season. And I will most definitely, or whomever, I will most definitely be back either Sunday or Monday. I haven't really decided as of yet to do the recap of these games and most definitely give you stats and what's going on. We're gonna treat this like I would do basketball for the flavor in your ear, that we will give you the numbers and what happened. We're not going to go dig deep, but, you know, we're going to say, hey, you know, matter of fact, let me go into this. Hold on just a second. Let me go into this quick. So I'm waiting for everything to pull up. It's not slow. It's just not moving as fast as I would like it for it to do. It's trying to look up. Oh, there we go. Man, for those of you, man, that are wondering, man, Dak Prescott, oh, wow, he was 42 for 58. He had 403, 3 TDs and 1 interception. Tom Brady was 32 for 50, 379, 4 TDs and 2 interceptions in this game. Man, Antonio Brown, the ageless one, Antonio Brown, 5 receptions for a buck, 21 and 1 TD. Gronk had 8 catches. Damn. For 90 yards and 2 TDs. Now, a lot of people are going to say that's a bad night, but actually that's not a bad night for Gronk. That's primarily what he does.
That's a solid game. That ain't bad in no stretch.
I mean, that's what he does.
That was a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns in last night, man. That was a lot of offense.
Yeah. And this game was like one of the games where you can, like I said, last night was one of those games when the schedule first came out, you probably sat back and said, you know what, Tampa Bay is probably going to run all over these guys. But as the game progressed, you kind of like, Dallas actually got a chance, and they did. They had a chance, as we talked about earlier. But I mean, as we both stated, it comes down to coaching. The refs played a part a little bit. Like I said, I can take my 49ers hat off, lay it down, and watch the game, and be like, okay. I've learned to do that because, you know, normally I don't watch other teams play unless it's a Sunday night game, unless it was like, now if it was like back in the day, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, yeah, I'm sitting down, I'm watching that game. It had to be one of those games where I'd be like, man, I really want to sit down and watch this game. But last night was just like one of those games. And once I saw that Tampa Bay was going to run away with this game, and I was like, man, you know what? Dallas is in here for the long haul. Then it became really interesting. And I don't know how you felt about that, D, but, you know, just give me your insight right quick of what you thought about it overall in watching the game as it progressed.
I saw. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. I was impressed with. Dak Prescott stepped in there like a man, handled business coming off that injury. I wasn't sure what to expect out of him in a full game, but I was impressed. Tom Brady did what Tom Brady do. If you give him a chance, he gonna stab you in the heart. The defenses look good, but you know it was a chess match, and things got solved and figured out, and players made plays. So it's the kind of game you want to see. There was enough offense to make it exciting, and there was enough defense to make it interesting, and it came down to coaching and execution, and that makes for a good football game.
I heard what you said. I heard exactly what you said. It's kind of like I have like a side note, non-sports related. Do you remember the episode of Good Times when they did the rent party?
Yeah.
It was an episode that you remember the episode JJ wasn't on there, right?
I don't think so, no.
No, JJ wasn't on there.
Okay.
So that was John Amos' last episode on the show.
Was on the show? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now that I didn't remember. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. It's crazy. And the rip part is actually one of my favorite episodes too. That episode really was funny. I'm gonna tell you why it was funny. Because I don't know if you remember at the end. You remember when him and James and what's her name was dancing at the end? Oh my gosh.
Was it Walona?
No, it was the lady who they were doing the rent party for.
Oh.
And remember, she was dancing and she literally threw her leg in the air. You know that? You remember that song, Throw Your Leg Up? Yeah, she actually did that.
I remember that part.
Yeah, it was at the end. And James gave that look like, oh, okay, this wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened. Yeah. They and a lot of people said the show wasn't the same after they killed him off.
It wasn't.
Yeah. So, that's kind of like a side note, man. That's one of the side notes. But man, once again, man, look, I want to thank you for coming on. If you want to come on, I'll let you know if you want to come on either Sunday or Monday. We do the wrap-up show. It's going to be most definitely fantastic. Hopefully we'll have more news about what's going on in the NFL, basketball-wise. I know a lot of people don't watch wrestling anymore, even though I still follow wrestling a little bit. Man, the game has most definitely changed in wrestling. It has changed.
I ain't been keeping up.
Like it changed like that. Matter of fact, it changed in like a month time. That's how quickly things change, and it changed for the better. So, yeah. So it's kind of I'm gonna go and catch up on some stuff, man. Man, it's almost 9:00. Golly. Matter of fact, you might as well say it is 9:00. We're gonna sign off. Man, look, man, for those of you that are listening and those of you that will possibly be watching this replay, man, please do not forget that this podcast is your podcast. It is not mine. It is not Dee's. It's yours. And the reason why I decided to do this particular podcast is because this is the time of year, if no time of year, we watch sports. And what's the best way to do it is just to talk about it, have a forum like this. It's always good to agree to disagree. It's always good to have your favorite team and to root for your favorite team, because it shows that, you might have grown up watching your team. Your parents maybe did something and you said, oh, that's going to be my favorite team. Or better yet, you might be rebellious against your parents and be like, hey, you know what? My dad liked the Titans, or my dad likes the 49ers, and I'm going to go with Baltimore, or I'm going to go with Seattle just for the hell of it. And that what makes it so much better. And so that's the reason why we decided to do this Friday show, Who You Got, to let you know, or we're going to let you know, or we would love for you to think who you got and who's going to win this particular Sunday. So, or Saturday, or Monday, however, whatever day you want to pick it. So look, on behalf of myself and D, man, we are out. We are going to close the show. You guys have a fantastic night. And please don't forget, come back Sunday or Monday, and we're going to do the recap. We are out.